this to my computer. So yes, we are being recorded.
Okay, we wanted to do that because I have had a few chairmen to text and say, I can't get on any of the calls. And most of them are school teachers. They're trying to go back to work. Everybody's starting and they can't have their evenings free. And I said, don't worry, we'll one. And we've attempted to every time and never remembered to do it. So y'all are the lucky that are going to get recorded. But you have to be able to send it to them so they won't miss anything.
Yeah.
But I did just want to, all right, mine says my internet connection is unstable. So if I fly away from here, just give me a few minutes and hopefully I'll come back. If I don't, then I'll call Kathy and tell her what to say and she'll tell all of y'all or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll put you on
speakerphone. I can call in on my phone, but I've never done that before. So
well, you can call my cell phone. I'll put you on speakerphone. We'll be fine.
Okay, that'll work. That'll be good.
Yeah.
First of all, though, we'll go ahead and get started. First of all, I did want to tell y'all thank you so much. Again, I know that this is a crazy time trying to be the chair of a committee, and some people are just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I'm not getting a lot of guidance from national and especially the school people, and anybody that's dealing with school. And then they don't know what to do because the schools don't really know what to do. So we're just all in this together. We're taking it one day at a time. If you don't feel like you're rolling, it's okay. We just have to take it as it comes. And right now we got to see what the schools are going to do because we have no idea what the teachers need, what the classrooms need. We don't know exactly. We're kind of getting information from national about how to conduct a lot of the contests that they're having in schools. So a lot of that information is changing, and I know that y'all have noticed on the blog. Is everybody getting the blog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You've noticed when I've sent out like a committee corner that says the CIP has changed. That's something I wanted to let you know. If your CIP needs changing, don't hesitate to edit it and let Beverly know. They'll send it to me. We'll make sure we're all on the same page, and then we'll get it posted, your new information, if something comes out national. But during this call, I kind of had 3 requests that I wanted to ask of y'all. And the first one is we're really using the blog. I'm getting tons of feedback that people enjoy it. They like being up to date. They like being connected that way. It's driving a lot of people to the website. The website is awesome. They have done a spectacular job pulling all kinds of information together. But we want to continue to enhance both of those things because really during this time, the blog and the website, because we're just not getting together as much, it's where all the information is. So we just thought of a few more enhancements that we can make. And I wanted to ask you if you'd be willing to help me out on this. The first one is when people go to your CIP, they see your name, they see your contact, and some people know you, but a lot of people have never seen your face. And I would love to put a picture of you with the CIP. And if I put something in the blog, I'd like to put a picture of you there when I do something maybe about your committee. So I want you all to get dressed in your DAR garb and your pins and everything and take a picture and send it to us. You can send it to me, Kathy, send it to VIS. Any of those 3 are all the above because we'll get it to each other. And that way we'll all have everybody's picture on file and we can use that whenever I put something up you have said or you're trying to get the word out or whatever. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I know that y'all are all reading the blog, and so in the very bottom where it has Committee Corner, just take a look at a few of those. Some of you have already sent me this, but if you will go ahead and just as if you were going to put something in the blog next week, go ahead and write up 100 to 125 word something that promotes your committee, just so I have it ready in case I don't have something to put in the committee corner. I'll have your stuff and I can just kind of pick and choose as I feel like things are coming up. Tricia Hine is about to sometime in the next week or so President General's project is going to be one of the committee corners. So I need like 100 to 125 word little blurb that I can put in the blog. And that way I'm not writing it for you, you're writing it. And so I would love for everybody to go ahead and do that. Now you can do it now and I'll have it, but then if, hang on, I'm buzzing. Okay, that's nothing important. So you can do it now, but if something comes up and you've got this brand new thing that's come out from National and you've got to get the word out, we'll do another one. Just write another one and send it to me. If I've already put you on, on the blog at some point in time, but you've got new information, then we'll just do it again, because we want to get that timely information out to everybody. And I like to have some blurbs ready to go. That way I'm not searching around going, do you have something I can put in there? Because I am trying to kind of like right now focus on back to school stuff, because that's what people are asking about. And as we get on into the year, other things are going to be more timely. So the first thing is your picture. The second thing is your little 100 to 125 word blurb to go in the blog. And then the third thing, which I know y'all are going to be so excited about, because it's something that I just really did not love doing. I almost had a little mental breakdown. But I would love for everybody to know your personality. And the only way that they can do that by looking at the computer is seeing a little video of you. So what I would like for you,
Jennifer's shaking her head.
I'm telling you, believe me, y'all, if I can do this, y'all can do this. I do have some help, though. I do have an 18-year-old, I feel like a videographer and editor living in my house, because Mia is really, she's just good at this. But all you have to do is just take your little, your phone, and I have this like tripod thing that I stick it on. But you can have somebody hold it, or you can prop it up somehow, and you just talk into it. And it only needs to be like 1 to 2 minutes. Nothing long. It can even be 30 seconds if you don't have a whole lot you want to say. And if you're totally against it, don't feel like I'm going to beat you over the head if you don't do it. So I'm okay either way, but I just think it would be so great. Kathy has already started our GSSDAR YouTube channel. And we are going to put all of our videos on the YouTube channel. It's going to be so fun, y'all. And so she's already worked behind the scenes getting all that together. And so I would love for you to you can tell about yourself, like I'm so-and-so, I'm with this chapter. That kind of gives them an idea of where you are. But then you can talk about, your committee. Say, let's just use magazine example, because we were talking about this earlier. And Trudy could say, I'm Trudy Alexander, I'm in the Atlanta chapter, but I'm also the chair of the magazine committee. And I want y'all to know that the deadline's coming up for you to do your submissions in September. It's September the 1st, and all the pages, we're going to have 7 pages that we know for sure are going to be out in November and December. And you can have something that you'd like to put out there if you get your submission in by September 1. And then after that's over, we want everybody to subscribe to the magazine. So there, I've done like 45 seconds. And that was not painful, was it? You can do that. But let me tell you, when the camera gets on you, it is painful. It's terrible. I hated it. I think it took me about 4 hours to come up with my little 3-minute speech that I sent out in that first vlog. I thought I was going to go nuts. But I did have Mia behind the camera, and she'd be like, okay, Mama, that sounded ridiculous. You need to start over. And so I would start over, and then she'd get tickled, and I'd get tickled. I mean, it was an experience. So I want everybody to go through that, the same thing that I went through. But I want everybody to know you. And if we can't always be together, this is the next best thing. They can click on your CIP, they see your beautiful face with all of your DAR glory, and then they hear from you. You just talk about your committee, and they get to know who you are. So those are my 3 requests. And I've got a deadline, actually. You can send me, it won't take y'all long, I'm sure, to do the picture and the blurb. You can send those to me as, whenever you get them. But if you can get the video done by September the 15th, I'm giving you a whole month because it might take that long for some people. It took me, I'm telling you, it took me a while to get my gumption up, to sit in front of the camera, to talk into a little camera. It's just not natural for some people, and it wasn't for me. But I am going to do another one at some point in time. I haven't quite figured out when. But that needs to be to us by September the 15th. And do all of you have Dropbox?
Yes.
Most everybody? Okay. So if you can just Dropbox it to Kathy, and then to Bev or VIS, and you can Dropbox it to me, it doesn't matter, but they're the two that when I say we're going to use this, they're going to be the ones to put it up. So those are my major kind of three things I wanted to chat with you about. One of the things that came up in one of the other calls was to let people know that the CMR is up. And so you can log on to the CMR and look to see what questions are being asked for your committee. And if there's not a question, because, we don't do a whole bunch of forms and stuff. We're not trying to get chapters to fill out all this stuff. We want them to do the CMR, and that's where we get our information. So if you get on there and you see, oh, I really wish they had asked this question because this is what I want to give an award for, then you need to lobby to national, and you need to call the national chairman, say, I would really like for y'all to consider adding this question, and this is why. And CMRs change every year, and it's because people out there like us see that a need is not being met, and we need to call and just say, would you consider putting this question on there? And that was one thing that Ruth told us yesterday, was that the CMR was up and several of the questions had changed. And that's why we're getting a lot of committees sending us information saying, I need to change my CIP because I've got a few different things that I didn't know about that are now on the CMR. Mm-hmm. So I want to share that with you. There were some other kind of updates that people were giving at on the other two calls that one of them that I did want to share with you is Saturday, and this was in the blog a couple of weeks ago. Saturday is in Toccoa, the Toccoa chapter is celebrating along with the state park that's there, the first woman voter in Georgia, and her name was Mary Jarrett White, and she actually was the organizing regent of Toccoa chapter, and she was the first woman to pay her poll tax or whatever and actually vote. So they are having a big celebration for her this Saturday. It's open to the public. It is outside, but they are going to do certain types of social distancing. Like we won't be laying wreaths traditionally. We will be doing something with carnations. But in order for them to have enough of the things that they need to have, you've got to kind of let them know that you're coming. So if any of you want to go, it starts at 1:30 on Saturday in Toccoa, and you can email Mary Lou. What's her last name?
Gary.
Gary. I want to call her Gary. You have to email her to let her know that you're coming. And that way there'll be enough carnations for everybody. But she is heading this thing up along with the Toccoa chapter. They have just been working their little buns off since, golly, they have thrown this together. And I think it's going to be really, really nice. But I know what it's like to kind of throw something together at the last minute. So they have been working, round the clock here. So to let y'all know about that. And there might be a couple of other things that I'll share. But before I get into that, do y'all have any questions or comments or anything that, okay, Ginger, go ahead.
How far in advance would you like our articles for the blog?
Well, I just got yours. So yours is coming out this week.
Right.
But if you want to do another one, make it different than the one that you just sent me. And I want them all now. Go ahead and send them now.
Oh, okay.
That way I have them. But if there's something really, really timely, say in 3 months, and you're like, I'd really like to put this in there, you can send me another one then.
Okay.
But what I'm running into is when we prepare these blogs, it's actually a pretty time consuming little venture that we're doing here. We have to write out and then I have to get it to Kathy. Kathy has to work with Ruth and Bev on getting all of the links together. And then Kathy has to design it and make it look beautiful. And then they have to all send it back to me and I have to look at it again. So really we kind of start this on Wednesday. And if I don't have a committee corner ready to go, then, you know, we're pushing up against Saturday and Sunday sometimes trying to get just the information put on there. And it's causing a little bit of a bottleneck. So if I can just go ahead and have the committee corners ready to go, then I can just pull them, you know, and it'll be a whole lot easier. But once you send me this one, I don't want that to stop you if something comes up, you know, in 2 months and you're like, oh my goodness, that one, I don't want you to put that one in. I want to do a different one. You can do a different one and send it to me depending on whatever information you've got.
I was thinking
good question.
with historical events and commemorative events. You know, that's more current information where we find out about programs, et cetera, that we'd like to share.
If there are programs, just like this one, what I'd really like for you to do, and Bev, you might have to say something to this, it's kind of like what we do with all the SAR events. We do put them on the website as an event, you know, and so this TOCOA activity on Saturday, it is an event that's actually listed on the website. I put a little blurb in the blog so that it would direct people to the website. So all the information is there. It's been there for the past 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
As soon as we got the information, we, you know, sent it to VIS so that they could put it up. But Bev, do you want to kind of have some type of something that Ginger could fill out and let you know when things need to go up as an event, or do you have anything you need to tell us how to do?
No, actually, for commemorative events, they're normally the ones that we put up in the past were fairly easy to, you know, figure out. I think the SAR was the hardest one for me because there was so much information sometimes in that email. Mm-hmm. So I think as long, OB, as you approve what they want, if you guys have an event and you want to send a photo for me to put on the web, I'm happy to use that photo. Otherwise, I do go out and try to find something to reflect that event so that we don't just have a post or a blog message with no photo. And Kathy, I'm sure the same for you. When you do the email blog, you have to find a photo sometimes to use.
I do. And but one of the things we're going to start using are the photos of the committee chairman, so that we can start putting a face with the name and job.
Yeah, I love that idea.
And Beverly, I'm going to be sending. Once I get OB's a video that she did at the very beginning of her term, right after she was elected, I'm going to, up on the YouTube channel, I'm going to send it with just 2 videos on it through VIS and PR and Media so we can go through the approval process. Okay?
Okay, wait. So you mean on you're getting approval on the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had to get that approved. Okay.
It's social media, and social media has to be approved.
Okay. Well, I have to say, do I have that? I think I have OB's message on the public website, and
I think you do too.
And that's been approved. So
yeah,
it has been approved. So okay, they didn't tell me to take it down. So okay,
right.
Okay, thanks. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. But
I think it's going to be very exciting to have a YouTube channel.
I think so too, and I think we're going to be able to add things to it. Activities, you know, if somebody does a short little video, if they have if we have some video footage from this weekend, the event this weekend, it would be nice to put that up there too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does that answer your question, Ginger, about, if you have a commemorative event? We definitely we want our website to be the go-to place. We want them to go there to find out what's going on, what's coming up. I can't tell you the number of times that I've tried to find stuff that I'm like, I need to go to something, not recently, but in the past, I need to go to something and I can't figure out where to go to find it. And so it would just be great if we had everything on our website for opportunities for daughters to go and participate in.
And I'm very open. If anybody has an idea or they think they can't find something and they're wondering where it is, please let Ruth and I know, because if it's hard to find, we want to move it and make it easy to find.
I don't know if y'all have been on the website. I mean, I live on the website. And if you haven't lived there, go live there for a while. It is so wonderful. I mean, just an unbelievable amount of information. I do think it's organized extremely well, but it's organized a lot the way my brain works. If your brain works a different way and we think that maybe it could be better for people to find stuff, then say so. It's like, it took me forever to find the proceedings, but we moved it now so that there's just one button there. But I go to the proceedings all the time. You may not go to the proceedings.
OB, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
The public website, georgiastatedar.org, has been totally reorganized. So this is what hopefully our prospective members will see. And I'm hoping that people can, share this or whatever in their own communities and drive people to it. And hopefully they will join DAR after they see, read about us and everything. So, please go take a look at that website too.
Yes, if you haven't seen the public site, I actually just had somebody tell me today they went there for the first time. They said, wow, it looks so good. It's just it's really interactive. It's very colorful, vibrant, just a lot of movement. And I think that it's very engaging, especially to people who don't know DAR. It's got a lot of kind of, when we look at it, we may not necessarily think it is all DAR, but it is like historic. It pulls in a lot of different things that maybe just the average person that's not a DAR member that goes, wow, this looks kind of interesting. So they were very impressed, and I am too. So I hope all of you go there.
think about this, ladies. Think about this for a minute. If you were to share, if we had every Georgia daughter that was on Facebook, which is about 1,200 Georgia daughters, if we had every one of them share our public Facebook page on their page, that means all of their friends would see our public page. And that's advertising the Georgia State Society. How many members do you think we might get if we had everybody on Facebook share our public page? Think about that.
I know. That would be phenomenal.
It would be, and it would kill our SAP team. I'm sorry, Connie, and our registrar.
Hey, Kathy.
Policy committees might want to just strangle me for suggesting that.
Hey, Kathy.
Okay, it's a good problem.
I wanted to mention one more thing is that even on our member site, I fed in today's DAR. I fed that YouTube channel in there. So every time National puts a new YouTube up, it feeds into our page. So it looks like it's changing, but of course it's just a feed in there. So we could figure out where to do that with our Georgia.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you can actually, I was thinking about that once we get approval, if we could put an icon, a YouTube icon, or when you see the page, if you Google Georgia State Society, NSDAR, you'll find the page.
On YouTube, you're saying?
Yeah. You'll find our YouTube page. So our YouTube channel, excuse me. So, let me get my jargon right.
I like to get my jargon right too.
But you can find it and link to it. Okay, Beth? Because I was thinking it would be good. I'm going to try to link to it off of the blog. At the bottom of the blog where we have the Facebook icon and Instagram and all of those things, I'm going to add a button down there to go to our YouTube channel from the blog. So if
That'll
you
be great.
go to the website, that would be great.
Okay,
All right, well,
I'll look for it.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, does anybody else have any questions or comments or something that maybe something's going on in your committee that you're, if you want to share something? In one of the calls, Trudy Alexander shared, about the magazine because that deadline was coming up. Cynthia Waskowski shared that we've got probably 3 people that are 3 chapters that have already requested volunteer genealogists, which is great because that means they are actively recruiting. Then Judy Hall came up on the next call and said we have like 4 more that are looking for volunteer genies. So they're, people are not letting this quarantine thing stop them from trying to recruit members. And that's wonderful that they're doing papers. And if anybody else has, Kathy, you had your hand raised. What's going on?
I did. I just wanted to tell everybody here, I've said it in the other 2 meetings, last Monday on the 3rd, you may not have gotten the blog on Monday. You may have received it on Tuesday. We had 1,678 bounces Monday morning because the constant contact server was not communicating correctly with Verizon, AT&T, which means Bell South, Yahoo, AOL. So all of those emails bounced, and I had to go through them and resend them. And so some of you didn't get it until Tuesday, but that is an extremely rare occurrence, and it should never happen again. But I just wanted everybody to know that that's why. So if we're sticking with the Monday schedule, the Monday at 8:30 schedule. That was just a technological glitch that was totally and completely out of our control. So
Bless their hearts, because we were just one of the organizations that was, affected. Can you imagine being in constant contact and dealing with all the groups that had 1,600 bounce backs? Holy cow. So it really makes you begin to put yourself in other people's position when you're going through times like this, and you just learn to extend a lot more grace than we may have before. It's like, it's okay. Definitely not the end of the world. We'll get through this. But anybody else got anything?
Charlotte, how are you coming with the speaker staff booklet? Do you? What?
Dogs stop barking, so I should hopefully have it to you this weekend.
Okay.
All completed.
Or to Beverly. You send it to Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I just didn't know if you needed help with it or anything. Is there anything I can help you with?
Just having a few slow responses to what their programs are.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Connie?
I just wanted to say it has been a really interesting experience. I've been calling all of the prospective members that are on the SAT prospective member database.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a really interesting thing to talk to all these people. And I encourage people to call instead of email if they get a chance, because first of all, it's great to talk to these people and get excited about their, ancestor and their membership and all. And also because people can disregard email or maybe not read it, or just, we all get so many sometimes that we just don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I really encourage you to call, because I've talked to so many of them now that they are so excited to get a phone call and to talk to somebody. So I'm just going to encourage you to do that. And also your older members in your chapter, maybe give them a call. I've called a couple of them. They're so surprised to have somebody actually to talk to them. And I think it's because some of them don't email. They don't do anything, social media, nothing. And so when you call them, they're just so excited to hear from you and somebody that in the chapter that actually cares about them other than asking for money, that it's been a really nice experience. So I would encourage all of you to do that. And if you get referred people from the SAT, people that are interested in your chapter, please call them. Because I've had at least 5 now that I've talked to that none of the chapters they've been referred to have called them. So please call them.
Ooh.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. And reaching out to our older members, I hope that everyone is doing that. It's just like, at churches, churches are reaching out to their elderly population just to keep them connected because they are not coming out of the house. And we have a lot of members that are 90 years and older, and they're staying put. So unless we reach out to them, I don't know that they're going to hear a whole lot from DAR. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Thanks a bunch. Anybody else?
Patricia, I think, wants to say something.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Oh, you don't? Oh, no.
Oh,
she-
okay.
Some an hour ago. So thanks for having 3 sessions because I've been driving all day.
Oh, bless
That is not, I actually look a fright too. I have been out in the car all day long since I had the meeting this morning. But you don't look a fright, I do. But the reason we kind of wanted to have 3 calls instead of 2 is I kind of wanted to have smaller groups like this so that we could have some chit chat going on. If you have a really big call, then it's kind of like everybody has to stay muted and you can't let people talk very much. But I wanted to have smaller groups so that if y'all did have something that, what's going on and you want to share it with, and it kind of makes us all know what's going on in each other's lives and with each other's committees so that we're all kind of up to speed. Y'all are the leaders and people are going to ask you questions. And so I want you to be in the know so you're able to give out, good information and feel like you've got good information.
Well, the first set of chapters that do the 100% participation for the President General's project, they got excited on Facebook. So that's all I've done so far. But yeah, we'll start up next month.
That's good. That's great. Yes.
I think
Uh-huh.
I wanted to say about community classroom. I know you've already hit on this about how diverse all the counties are and everybody's doing different things. And it's going back to school and doing it differently. But I talked to the Southeastern vice chair, national vice chair,
Uh-huh.
and she said they don't even have it. They're supposed to have a Zoom together to get it more organized. So she did give me some suggestions, but right now it's pretty. I'm just waiting on them. So it's not.
That is okay. That's okay. And really, the good thing about going through a pandemic is because we've never been through it before, people really can't criticize what you're doing because we're winging it the best we can, So if they do criticize, well, who cares? We're all we got to get the information when we get it and we can act on it when we can act on it. But it's not, it slows us down a little bit, but sometimes slower pace of life is not so bad, But I do appreciate all of you, being committed, willing to work through this and be a state chair during a time we've never lived in before. And I know that it's challenging, and I'm planning on having more calls like this. I think that it's great for us to stay connected, for us to talk to each other. And if we could do it, once a month or once every 6 weeks, I just think it's really good for us to all be on the same page. And if let's talk about it and work through it. Or, call me directly. You don't have to wait for a Zoom call. But sometimes it helps to have some, a lot of people kind of bouncing around some ideas, just like with Bev and Kathy working with the YouTube and getting the website to the point that we want it to be. I mean, it's amazing. I think the website has just morphed into something so fabulous. And really, I don't know, I'm sure they would have done just as great a job as they're doing, but going through a pandemic like we're going through, it really forces us to pay super attention. It makes us put it as a real top priority, as it should be. So, and they are working around the clock, bless their souls. VIS and Kathy, I'm telling you, they're my right hand, my left toe, and everything in between. It is just, I depend on them a lot because that is not my forte. I'm technologically inept.
Well, I think that this in these times and during this pandemic, we're not being, we weren't able to have fall forum in August like we normally would. We missed state conference totally and completely. So the only way, we are more reliant on the website and social media and Zoom and the blog. But I think you're doing a fantastic job of keeping everybody connected and informed. by
Well,
by utilizing all this technology. You're doing a great job.
Well, I hope so. I hope that, everybody feels that way. Valerie?
I just want to say, I do my chapter VIS and we do a lot of social media, and I was super happy to see the Instagram account be active again. And it was really pretty posts, because there is a large number of chapters on Instagram who are active, and I think it can be a really good resource, and the Facebook page as well. But I was super excited to see it active again.
Good. Me too. Lauren Baker is heading that up, and just making sure that she's reaching, y'all's age group. And that's the members that we want to recruit in the future. I mean, that's the future of DAR. So we've got to use the social media that they use. Also, I'm on Instagram, but I don't use it. I primarily use Facebook because I'm not talented enough to have way more social media outlets. It blows my brain. So, but I am going to have to start using Instagram because I'm about to be a grandmama. And so I don't know if y'all all knew that, but I want to be able to see my children do their thing with their children, and they're all on Instagram. And so I'm going to have to get on it. So this is going to teach me going through the DAR Instagram, and I'm going to learn how to do it as much as I do Facebook. But I am so thrilled that Lauren wanted to head that up. So thanks for bringing that up. If you all can follow our Instagram page, I don't know, you may be like me and not really know that much about it, but it's a good learning opportunity. And so we need to like the Meta Garden page. We need to follow it. We need to like the public page. We need to do the Instagram. We just need to I don't know what you do, whether you like it or you follow it or whatever, but whatever you do, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. And subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, and subscribe to the YouTube. I've got to get my jargon together too.
And I have to tell you, I've already gone to the YouTube channel. I found it, and I have already subscribed to it. I'm the second person.
Yay! I was the first.
I'm the second
We'll all
person.
race to be the third.
Heading up the race.
Yeah. But I do want to send it in. I do want to send it through the approval process before we get a lot of stuff up there. The approval process goes faster the less information you have on the page. So, and the less content you have, the faster the approval process goes. So if we just put the T and your video up there and send it in to be approved, it'll turn around a little faster.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, instead of waiting for everybody's videos.
Well, I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything else that we've talked about on the other calls that I need to share with y'all. And I've kept you here now for almost 40 minutes. And I know that you have busy lives and it's the evening time and you probably want to start settling down. So I'm going to let y'all go unless there's anything else. Anybody got anything else? All right, well, we will get together again soon. I cannot wait to get your pictures with your beautiful faces. I can't wait to watch all of your videos that you send me. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be funny. Did you have something?
Scary.
I guess not. Huh?
It's all scary.
Scary?
The video is scary. I don't want to scare anybody.
Believe me, I feel you.
Honey, I'll help you make a video.
Oh, I'm going to make one, but oh boy. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I feel the same way. No, and secretly, I'm not thrilled over it, but
I have to get Valerie to do it for me.
Right,
Valerie?
That's my dog. He's speaking.
Obi, are we gonna get the state officers to do one to say, hey, I'm so and so. This is what my office is, and this is what we do. What my responsibilities are.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do something. I don't know exactly. I've already got their pictures, so I'm not worried about them right now. And I'm gonna put each one of them in charge of a blog so that they see the pain that you have to go through to put one together.
Those of you that are genealogy enthusiasts, you'll be excited to read this week's blog.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Kitty, I asked her, would she just do an entire blog and make it all about, her, not just her office, but all the committees that kind of fall under that. And so the blog coming out this Monday, it is going to have a commemorative event about, because we're Women's Suffrage Month right now. So it is going to have that at the bottom. But all the rest of it, Kitty's putting it together So y'all be sure and tell her what a great job. I've already seen it. It's wonderful. And it's just be sure and tell her she did a great job because she's worked very hard on it. She's like, wow, there's a lot more that goes into this than I thought. I was like, oh yeah.
What is the name of our YouTube channel again?
Georgia State Society, comma, NSDAR.
All right, so y'all all look it up and go check it out and subscribe. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead. What?
I was going to say, once we get approval, we'll put a blurb in the. We can put a blurb in the blog with a link to it and tell everybody to go subscribe. So, you know, if you don't subscribe, right? If you don't want to be number 3, you can wait.
To do that. All right. Well, y'all have a great evening, and feel free to call me anytime if there's something that you need to chat about. But I'm hoping we'll get on another call pretty soon, and I'm sure something will come up that we'll just need to have some time together. But in the meantime, y'all have a wonderful night. It's great to see everybody.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Take care.